again, A Boy and His Bible. It's number 20, and there's only 9 verses. And I shall take great joy in talking about a verse that I picked up so long ago. This is a psalm, again. It's said to be of David, or at least it came from his collection. The Lord hear thee in the day of trouble, it says. The name of the Lord, Jacob defend thee. The 2 lovely phrases to open. But the verse that I want you to take with you for today, and if you read all the psalm, you'll very likely take a different verse. Some trust in chariots, and some in horses, but we will remember the name of the Lord our God. We will remember the name of the Lord our God. If you translate the horses and the chariots, that's the strength of the world, the power of the world. The horses would have been weapons of war, the horse war. It's not too difficult to see the picture of the chariots with spikes on each end and trying to go through a band of men and mow them down, as it were. Now, they were very powerful instruments of which the one army would be proud of. And the more he had, the more comfortably he could think that he could win the war. It's a known fact that many times these people were brought down with the bow and arrow on the other side. So you had 2 weapons of war. What we have in the world today is a different set of circumstances. And the chariots might be our institutions, and the horses might be the means by which they make their money and become mighty wealthy. And their princes and their kings and their lawyers and their solicitors and their workers and their secretaries might become wealthy as a result. And you get the feeling, you feel it in the vibes, that somehow you're being cheated, that they always get the upper hand. The oil companies, the bankers, and insurance companies, etc. I don't know. I'm not trying to make a judgment on those things. I'm just trying to tell you how we feel. And as long as we get a bit extra from last year, we tend to be reasonably content. Then a crisis takes place. A virus hits the world. Or oil companies suddenly have to increase their prices because they say their costs of getting the oil has gone up. And then you read at the end of the year they made 4 times more profit. And you wonder, how does that be? They put their trust in chariots and horses, but we will put our trust in the name of the Lord. You see, you as a Christian ultimately are the victory. Ultimately you've won. When they start the end of their life, that's their end. And their end is just your beginning. And if I'm right in my understanding of the picture of the millennium that we have in our New Testament, the people who have been oppressed for the name of the Lord Jesus, and even sometimes giving their life, or would give their life if they were called to, these are the people of righteousness and grace who can rule in the millennium. The picture language, of course, has changed. We don't have to put our trust in chariots and horses. The name of the Lord is more than sufficient for us. Thought for today. Bless you. Bye for now. Boy and His Bible.